Hey YouTube, this is Jaden Stormcatch and Team Shadowstrike, and this is going to be an updated deck profile on my Genesis Fenrir deck. This deck has now been fitted with probably the best Legion that Genesis has, and that is Yggdrasil. This was something, I traded away my Yggdrasils to, actually I sold my Yggdrasils to my friend Zach a long time ago. Well, not a long time ago, it was more like a year, but he decided he was done with them, and I traded for them back. And I decided to, for the purpose of putting them in this deck, I wasn't sure how I'd like it, but I really do like it, because the problem with this deck is if your opponent, for some whatever reason, they were surviving your onslaught, and they were able to block your Vanagrands and your Doom Braces, Yggdrasil gives you a way of getting a 2 critical shot at your opponent that they may not be able to guard. So it works very well. So anyway, not a whole lot of changes to the deck, but there are different things that I do now, so I figured it was worth another deck profile. So here we go. So for the starting Vanguard, we're still playing Fetter of Leather Letting, just because he's just too good not to play. You may Generation Break 1, move him into the Soul. Whenever you Soul Blast that turn, you may Superior Call one of the units out of your Soul for free. So he basically gives you a Fenrir skill for free. So we play 4 of the Margol clone, which is Battle Maiden Kukuyura Hime. Shove her in the Soul, give +3k somewhere. 2 Cyber Tiger, 2 Regalia Angel, and 1 Otter for 9 crits. And then we play 3 copies of Dreaming Dragon, the most broken stand trigger in the game. If this unit is on your rear guard, Generation Break 1, in the end phase, you may place this unit on top of your deck, return your entire drop zone to your deck, shuffle your deck, and if at least 10 or more cards were returned, you may draw a card. And then we play our 4 heal triggers. So 9 crits, 3 stands, 4 heals. We play 4 of our Goddess of Decline Hell, which is our G Perfect for Genesis. This deck does Counterblast fairly frequently, because the main thing that we do Counterblast for is Fenrir, but G Perfects are G Perfects, you know, it's nice to have Counterblasts. So it's there. Next, we play 4 copies of Mythic Beast Haiti. This is the best grade 1 in the deck by far. His ability is Generation Break 1. Anytime you Soul Blast, he gains 1,000 power for every card that's Soul Blasted. So he's just really good to have. Next, we play 4 copies of Mythic Beast Skull. This is our Genesis Stride Enabler. We play 4 of this because you really want Fenrir first. That is the one major weakness that Yggdrasil has. You do not want to ride Yggdrasil first. You want to ride Fenrir first. Next, we play 2 copies of Deity of Smithering Hephaestus. Skill is Generation Break 1. Whenever this unit boosts, you may Soul Charge 1. So, just to help fill the soul up a little bit more. For grade 2s, we play 4 copies of Unappeasable Biter Gleipnir. Gleipnir's effect is Generation Break 1. Whenever this unit is boosted, you may Counterblast 1, Soul Charge 3, and then anytime during that turn, if you have Soul Blasted, you may draw a card. So, that's there. Next, we play 3 copies of Twilight Regalia Hespis. I really like this card as my grade 2 ride if I can get it, or Gleipnir, because that way I can keep the Gleipnir in the Soul for later. Because her ability is whenever she's Soul Blasted, your Vanguard gains the skill of, if their attack hits that turn, you can destroy a rear guard. So it gives Genesis a little control, which is nice. Next, we play 3 copies of Regalia Fate Norn. This is our Legion mate for CEO, and I play 1 copy of Mythic Snake Yormagon. Now, the reason that I originally was going to play 2 Mate and 2 Yormagon, but the reason that I play 3 of these, if I can get 1 of these in the Soul, I'm just going to keep it there, because combining Yggdrasil with this, when you swing and you Soul Blast 6, and this is her booster, she's going to be 23 plus this would be 13, so it's 36. And if you Soul Blast this, it makes it 41. So it's which makes it harder to guard. So that's why it's like this. This originally was going to be taken out for another Hespis, but honestly, this works just fine. It is a little weird only having 1 copy of Yormagon, but it works. And then for the grade 3s, we play 4 copies of the card that really made Genesis really the best card that Genesis has overall, and that is 4 copies of Mythic Beast Fenrir. Fenrir's skill is Generation Break 2. You may, whenever he attacks, you may Soul Blast 3, and your opponent cannot use grade 1s to guard his attack. And he also gains +1 critical. So, he basically carries Yggdrasil's skill himself. And then his other skill, which is why you want to ride him first, is during your turn, whenever you stride on him, you may Soul Charge 3, and during your turn, your Vanguard gets the skill of whenever you put cards into your drop zone from your soul, you may Counterblast 1 and Superior Call 1 of those cards to the rear guard. So that's good. And then we play 4 copies of Cosmic Regalia CEO Yggdrasil. Yggdrasil, obviously, we know what she does. She legions with Norn. And then her ability is, when this unit attacks a Vanguard, if this unit is in Legion, you may Soul Blast 6. If you do, until the end of that battle, this unit gets +1 critical, and your opponent cannot call grade 1 or greater units from their hand to the Guardian Circle. And also, when this unit attacks a Vanguard, if you have another unit in the middle column, this unit gets +3,000 power. So while in Legion, she swings for 23 by herself, and when you pay for her skill, if you have Haiti behind her, that'll be 36 when she attacks. So that's really good. That's hard for your opponent to guard with only grade 0s and intercepts. So now, the Stride deck, I will warn you guys, it is extremely boring. Because I play 4. There are some people that only play 2 or 3 of this card, but I love it to pieces, so I actually play 4 copies of Great Angel Doombrace. His ability is Soul Blast 3, choose 2 of your rear guards, they get +5,000 until end of turn, and then if the number of cards in your soul is 2 or less, you may Soul Charge 3. I just love this card so much because it kind of gives Genesis some overpower attackers, which is something they really have always needed. So I play 4 of him, and even if when I do stride into him, if I know I'm not going to be able to Soul Charge 3 right back with his skill, I'm okay to take that. Because we have cards like Gleipnir and this guy to help refuel the soul. So, and then obviously for the last one, we're playing 4 copies of Mythical Destroyer Beast Vanagander. So we all know what this guy does. He's absolutely amazing. Whenever this unit attacks a Vanguard, you may Soul Blast 6 and G Persona Blast. If you do, this unit gets this skill until the end of battle. At the beginning of your drive step, look at 4 cards from the top of your deck. Search for up to 4 cards among them. Put them on the top of your deck in any order, and put the rest on the bottom of your deck in any order. So basically, what it means: look at the top 4. Arrange them any way you want, put as many on top as you want, put as many on the bottom as you want, and then you drive check. So what you do is you're going to declare your attack, your opponent guards, then you activate look at the top 4, and then put however many you want on top and however many you want on bottom. So that's how that works. So, not like I said, it's not the most unique Stride deck, but to me it makes sense. Because I just like Doombrace so much, so that's why it works well for me. You can play the because some people would say, why don't you play the Regalia Stride? But Doombrace, in my opinion, is better. So, guys, that is my Yggdrasil Fenrir Genesis deck. Like I said, not a whole lot of change to the deck. But it is fun to play. I really enjoy playing it because Fenrir gives you so much control in the early game, and you can get your opponent to 4 or 5 damage. And then if your opponent has a small hand size, you can just go to Yggdrasil and for the win. So I really enjoy the deck, guys. It's a lot of fun to play. So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the deck profile. So in the comment section below, make sure you tell me any suggestions that you have. I always like to hear your guys' opinions. So thank you very much for watching, guys. Make sure you leave a like, comment, subscribe, thumbs up this video, and I'll see you next time.